NewGenGamers.com.
Alright, next up here, we're going to take a look at Super Hang-On, which is basically a sequel to the original Hang-On for the Master System and arcade. Let's see.
And this is a Yu Suzuki design, who was, and still is, pretty much the most prolific designer at Sega, and did a lot of their early great arcade video game hits once they got into the actual video game industry, rather than just the regular, I don't know what you'd call them, parlor games and arcade machines of the day.
Yeah.
When they first went to video games, Yu Suzuki was prolific for them, and so this was the follow-up to Hang On, and bringing this home, it looked great. And here's another genre that Sega, I think, dominated Nintendo in, which is racing. Even though Nintendo had the Mode 7 graphics and a little better processing power, Sega consistently had better racing games on their systems.
Sega's always been really good at racing games. So, you know, you can see how they put a lot of extra effort into their racing games. Even the ones that you see today, like Sega Rally. I mean, they look fantastic.
Yeah, Sega's always had top-class racing games, and it goes back to Yu Suzuki. He set the mold for a lot of their racing games, and he did the Daytona series, so just on and on. He set the mold for these games for them, and so it really goes back to him.
And they were all really fun. You know, you just hop in and you race at super fast speeds, which, you know, here's another example of that blast processing.
Yes, and again, blast processing meant nothing.
No, blast processing meant absolutely nothing. It was just an ad term.
It was literally an ad term. It didn't have anything to do with any actual hardware capability. But it was a marketing term that Sega used to promote the Sega Genesis as opposed to the Super Nintendo, you know, saying that it had a lot more power. You want to move on? You know, I think that's
pretty much it for Hang On, or Super Hang On.
Yeah, lots of racing. So we're continuing on with the Sega 6-pack here, and tearing our way through it, and this is really showing off some of Sega's best stuff for the Genesis from early on that they later packaged all onto one cartridge,
which was a really good, you know, collection of hits. Which I want to know about that Spider-Man thing. I want to know where they threw in Spider-Man. I never did find it. But this is Revenge of Shinobi, so I think it's Shinobi 2. I believe Shinobi 3 was actually called Shinobi 3. Because the original Shinobi was on the Master System.
Yes, and also the arcade.
Which we took a look at our Console Wars of the Past Part 2. So we'll show you how much the Shinobi series has improved. As now you can see when he shoots, everyone explodes, even ninjas and samurais.
And you can see they're anticipating his moves there.
But now I'm going to turn into lightning, and nothing can hurt me. To power up. Use my sword.
So this is
I'm like a super powered ninja now.
So this is another one of Sega's great arcade and home hits, and that really made the Genesis stand out. It has great graphics. You can see the background scrolls differently than the foreground. There's actually 3 layers of scrolling going on there.
Looks really good compared to the original.
Yeah, the animation's really fluid. The explosions look nice. Really great graphics.
I still wonder why every ninja explodes, though. That's kind of lost.
Because you're Shinobi. Come on, you're just.
And it's a little bit tougher than the original, as you can see here. This is when they turned the series basically. There's no holds barred now. They're not going to take any mercy on you.
As there shouldn't be on a ninja. A ninja's life is always struggle and I don't know what. Yeah, I mean, a ninja just doesn't stroll down the street with not something bad happening to him.
Yeah, you really have to... A ninja's a tough life. And, you know, he's not saving children in this one either, I've noticed.
No.
He's just kind of off on his own, doing his own thing. And I'm thinking those are hurting me. Man.
But we will be saving children shortly.
Yes, we will be.
So would you like to move on from this one?
Yeah, I think we should move on to one more game on this one.
Finish off the 6-pack.
Okay, rounding out the 6-pack here, we're going to play one of the original arcade hits, Golden Axe. Not to be confused with Golden Axe Warrior.
No, definitely not.
Okay. Exit. I think you can just hop in there.
Maybe not.
No? I thought you could play 2-player on this. See if it gives you the press start option. Death Adder invaded. Hold on a second. Let me try and see if we can get 2-player on this. There we go.
Oh, I have to hit start.
You have to hit start. Okay.
Okay, so here's some 2-player Golden Axe.
I'm going to be the warrior.
I'm going to take the dwarven axe-wielding maniac.
Death Adder invaded the castle and is taking the king. Yep. Okay. Death Adder killed everyone.
Let's get Death Adder. Oh, what a...
You just used your magic.
Alright. So A button apparently for all Sega beat-em-ups equals...
Equals use your superpower.
Equals superpower.
And this B button is giving me issues.
Now, we talk about the fanboyism in the console wars, of course. During this period, I was an adamant Nintendo fanboy and knew very little of this Genesis and didn't really want to hear much of it.
I'm getting clustered over
I
here.
got your back. Here we go. Yeah. How blunt. Can we hurt each other? Yep.
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
Okay. Oh,
Hit the troll!
Get that little son of a bitch. He's got a bag of stuff.
That's all magic.
So, this was another arcade classic that Sega brought home. Now,
you can hop on that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. If you can keep her off of it.
I'll hop on her. Not really, but...
Haha!
If I was that dwarf, I certainly would. Man, I need to get away from her.
Wow, she is.
She has got me stuck.
She is like a super.
I'm stuck. I can't get off of her. Superpower. Come on, anything. Nothing. Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Phew. I think I might be dead though. Oh. Okay. You got the ride.
Bitch.
Man. Take some of that, woman. Yeah.
About time. God.
All right. So we didn't fare so well there. I'm riding some sort of. I don't know what I'm riding.
Genesis brings you the dazzling powers of the Mystic Warriors, the Ninja, in Revenge of Shinobi. And 16-bit arcade racing action with Super Monaco Grand Prix. 16-bit arcade combat, skills, strategy, reflex, and rivalry. Experience the ninja magic of Revenge of Shinobi and the exhilarating rush of Super Monaco Grand Prix for the Genesis system. Sega Genesis brings the arcade experience home. Genesis system and game sold.
UJGamers.com.